Hello and welcome to presentation number 40. I have got a question for you, and it can affect a lot of people. Some people aren't really worried, but here it is. Do you feel, or have you been told that you are an accident, that your birth wasn't planned? Maybe your mother was raped, or maybe was a promiscuous woman and had more than one partner, and you don't really know who your dad is. Or maybe you were born illegitimate, and there could be all sorts of circumstances. And I know of people who have been told they were an accident, but were you really an accident? I don't think so. I'm going to read you a couple of Bible verses and see what you reckon. The first Bible verse is in the book of Jeremiah. And chapter 1 and verse 5. And it says, "Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations." Now, you might not be ordained a prophet, neither am I. But the principle is still there, that God knew you before you were even conceived. He knew exactly how you were going to turn out, whether good or bad, and He still allowed you to be born. And maybe born under bad circumstances, like, again, if your mum was raped or whatever the case may be. But the thing is, just you're here, you're alive, and listening to this. God knew you before you were even going to be born. Next verse we're going to look at is in the book of Psalms. Psalms 139, and verse 14. It says, "I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and my soul knoweth right well." Yeah, and I'm just focusing on the first half of the verse, where it says, "I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made." So again, it doesn't matter how you were born, planned or unplanned, whatever. You are still, in the eyes of God, you are still fearfully and wonderfully made. And He loves you very much. Now I'm going to go to another verse in Genesis. Back to creation week. Genesis chapter 1. And trying to find the verse I'm after. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26. I didn't have this one written in my notes. It says, "And God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." And the verse goes on a lot more after that, but we're not really right about what it says afterwards. You can look it up for yourself. But not only did God know you before you were born, and that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, you are made in God's image as well. So if you're feeling down, Don't worry about it. God knew you and He loves you, and unless you have already, I would love you to surrender your life to Him and accept Jesus as your Lord and Saviour, and have a deep, close walk with Him, and you'll never look back. So I hope this is a bit of an encouragement to you, if it applies to you. I hope it's encouraging to you, and maybe you know of someone who's down and maybe needs to hear this. Please feel free to share it to them, or whoever you think might need it. So this is only a short one today. I'm going to leave it here, and we'll see you on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.